Welcome to Star Raven's Dungeon, the best fun that can't be undone. Show them teeth, little kids, and scream. And you have to stay.
Hey children! Hey! Welcome back to Star Raven's Dungeon of Terror! Yay! Oh yeah! That reminds me! Today we're going to the pumpkin patch!
Hello, dear children, and hello. It's story time, and this one is all about the pumpkin patch. On the edge of town rotted a field that no one farmed. The ground was always damp, the air always foul, as if the soil itself sweated blood. Every October, the pumpkins rose from the dirt on their own, swelling larger than any natural fruit. They glistened, heavy, their vines coiling like snakes. It was said the patch demanded flesh, not as fertilizer, but as food. On Halloween night, the bravest or the most foolish always wandered in. This time, the figure crept past the broken fence, crunching vines beneath their boots. The pumpkins all seemed to turn as they walked, their carved slits widening into hungry grins. The largest sat in the center, its skin bulging as if a body pressed against it from the inside, begging to be let out. When it was touched, the patch awoke. The ground split open, and black vines whipped upward, barbed and slimy. They lashed around arms and legs, puncturing skin and tearing chunks of flesh away as they tightened. A shriek tore through the night, muffled as a vine slithered into the victim's mouth, down their throat, forcing silence with choking spasms. The pumpkin cracked apart. Its rind peeled open like a ribcage. Inside was no hollow cavity. It was packed with glistening organs, wet lungs that wheezed, hearts that beat, eyes that blinked in clusters like insect eggs. The vines dragged the figure inside, pressing them against the fleshy interior as if into a living womb. The walls pulsed and clamped shut, grinding bones into pulp. But death didn't come quickly. The pumpkin's meat fused with its prey. Fingers began to warp into curling stems. Skin thickened, blistering orange, splitting open with pus and seeds spilling out. Eyes sank and hardened into dark hollows. The scream that ripped out was half human, half pumpkin howl, before the mouth sealed into a jagged grin. By dawn, the patch was still again. Only the pumpkins remained. But now there was one more, round, fat, grinning, its rind slick with blood. On its surface stretched a warped face, frozen mid-scream, the eyes rolling inside the shell. If anyone had dared to cut it open, they'd find bones sprouting like roots, organs sloshing in the pulp, and a heart still beating in the center. That was the secret of the patch. Pumpkins weren't grown. They were made every Halloween. A new one joined the field. And as the sun sets each year, you can hear the patch breathing, waiting, hungering. The next pumpkin is always ready to bloom. When the wind blew across the patch, the pumpkins whispered, not in words, but in wet, gurgling moans, a chorus of the damned, begging to be freed, but they never would be. The patch kept everything, and every Halloween night, it waits, because the pumpkins are always hungry. Could you like to go to the pumpkin patch? Ha ha ha.
Pumpkins grin with jagged teeth. let's play and stay and stay and stay and stay. Let's stay, let's play.
Pumpkin Patch.
I don't think it's scary here. I find the dungeon more scary. Odds biting my arm off, help me.
Goodbye, and thank you so much for joining us for another adventure! We had a really great time down at the pumpkin patch. Will you be going to the pumpkin patch? Goodbye, children! Goodbye!
Goodbye, children. Be brave and walk alongside the pumpkins. Don't worry, they don't really hurt you. Or do they? Goodbye.
Pumpkins grin with jagged teeth. Vines will grab you from beneath. Skeletons dance, the shadows play. Come to the patch, but don't run away.